undoubtedly one of the matchups of the evening. Paul Cunningham, great Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Looks like the mind's in the right place. It's going to have to be Michiel. Opperman is a fighter second to none. The skills might not be there yet, but this guy has a fighter's heart. You know, Michiel's been working very seriously on his ground game with Attila Barner. Doesn't get better than that. Now Paul Cunningham meets the challenge of Michiel Opperman. Michiel far on camera, now on our left. And he's a fiery fighter, a nuggety fighter. He's not going to give up.
Yes, he's a very good kickboxer. Actually working on his ground game CRT. He's working with Attila on the ground. Paul straight away known for his jiu-jitsu, going for a guillotine.
Not wasting any time there. I suppose as a trainer in the grapple, doesn't get better. Oh!
Right, so Michiel defending nicely. Michiel coming off a loss to actually Donovan last fight, Donovan Hawkey.
Donovan, just such a dominant force in MMA at the moment.
Michiel doing nice to defend that early guillotine attempt. Leaning over Paul, trying to get Paul's hips off the ground to get more control. Paul tying him up.
The way he's protecting that face, clearly learned some lessons against the fists.
Yeah, he definitely has.
Of Hawkey, and great way to start this fight. And I think he knows that one of his strengths is his confidence.
I would have expected Michiel to step back, but obviously getting confidence in his ground. The more he works it, the more confident he gets. That's what you see a lot with the kickboxers now. They're actually stopping to worry about the takedowns because they're training the ground and they actually let their punches go much more fluidly.
And ultimately, that's the strength. That's where you've got the muscle memory. You've been a puncher for your whole martial arts career. And I think everyone's a lot more relaxed in their ground game now.
Yeah, they are. Paul just grinding away. You can see him slowly working for something. Very well known for his jiu-jitsu. He had a perfect amateur record. Michiel going for a triangle. Looks like Paul defending.
Good use of the elbows. The power generated from those punches is going to take its toll soon enough.
Oh, Paul landing a nice punch. Michiel going for an arm bar. He's definitely worked out lots on his game.
I'm just showing a lot more intent, and it might be opening up a few holes to capitalize on, but at least he is showing that intent to attack from the ground. It's obviously an area where he's chosen to focus on for this fight.
Yeah, he definitely needed to work on his ground, and as you can see, he's climbing the guard, he's using his hips nicely, trying to move around Paul instead of Paul just stacking him and pounding him out like we saw with Wesley, just getting a guillotine and finishing the fight quickly.
It's almost a quiet resignation. I think someone's been drilled on the mats. Yeah, this smacks of muscle memory. And he's showing great body conditioning as well.
Feels a nice over under there. The ref standing them up due to not enough action happening.
Yeah, going to get a bit of breathing room. And Paul definitely with a superior bulk there, that weight. But not really coming into play. Some good overhand rights. Nice high knee.
Paul tying him up straight away.
Already working that body. Those clasps looking a lot more effective from Michiel.
Paul getting the takedown straight into half guard. It's not a good place for Michiel, but he has been defending nicely. So let's see if Paul either gets mount jar. Yes, he does. Turns to his back maybe. No, still in mount.
Oh.
Paul working the body nicely. Michiel trying to tie him up there.
Doing what he can to protect that temple. But it's either sacrifice the ribs, sacrifice the temple. And at the moment, that head is taking a bit of a pounding. Unusually, he's been able to generate a bit of protection from the side of the cage.
Paul slowing the fight down nicely. Looks like he's going for an arm bar. Let's see if Michiel can defend this. Yes, he has. He's defended nicely. Paul getting the back. His hooks in. Going for the rear naked, maybe.
Well, he knows that something is in the offing if he can just work Michiel through one or two more moves, sap a little more energy.
Michiel defending very nicely. I'm very impressed with how he's come along and leaps and bounds in his ground game. Normally it would have been over now by now with the fight.
He's running on instinct now by the looks of things.
Oh, it turns nice.
Yeah, it's a fighter's instinct at that.
Paul almost going for a little planche, it looks like it.
And we said a nuggety fighter. That is how you come back.
Paul getting the one knee up to stop the submission coming through. He needs to put it a bit tighter. Stacking Paul now.
Got a chance to do a bit of a Trademark body slam.
Paul goes for an armbar.
Does he have the leverage on that arm, on that shoulder? Michiel doesn't look too comfortable, but a good base.
Don't think he has it tight enough there yet, but Michiel doing very well.
Nice, solid, good spread legs.
Paul shouldn't cross his legs. They should maybe squeeze his knees together, create more of a tighter armbar. Paul has got it very deep. If Michiel loses his grip now, he's going to be in a very tight armbar.
And there's the opportunity, of course, to use that body to leverage as well.
Ref standing up.
Not enough on it.
Paul not taking his opportunity.
A strong customer. We called him a nuggety fighter. He is a hard man. Michiel Opperman, growing in leaps and bounds. I think Paul Cunningham will be a little upset with himself for not closing out that round.
Yeah, you almost had it there, Graham. I think ref actually Judy calling him to stand up. No, nothing happening. Michiel ready, hands up. Paul walks in. Nice kick.
Oh, again, great leg kicks.
Paul looking very awkward with his stand-up. Standing in the stand-up, they're just walking forward.
Now maybe carrying a little too much weight, looks a little sluggish. Conditioning not where it should be, not matching the amount of power. Certainly the amount of skill he has on the ground.
Michiel action now. Paul trying to climb up the guard. Trying to set up his trademark armbars. Oh, nice.
Michiel just seems to have a lot more to draw from in his ground arsenal. A lot more weapons developed now.
Yeah, he has. It looks like he's just been working totally on his ground game. He's really impressed me tonight.
And that's what you want. Calculated attacks and instinctive defense. And he seems to have that balance.
It's definitely giving Paul a hard time. Paul bloodied up a bit.
Yep, and like any good chiropractor, using his head. Most effective part of the body. Well, the damage starting to tell now, and I think that brief little flurry, that little comeback from Michiel did some damage. He might have caught Paul napping.
Paul looks a bit blue in the lips. Conditioning not like you said, Graham. Oh, maybe a triangle. Yeah, he's locking.
Oh.
Michiel posturing up nicely, but if Paul turns him, he's going to be in big trouble. Paul trying to get it tighter. Looks like Michiel
willing him into position. Michiel's proven that he's a slippery customer.
Oh, Michiel's really impressing me. You can see he's giving it all he has.
And still able to think about those little punches, little counters. So he's not completely lost in defense.
Where the stand-up fighters normally get mixed up on the ground, they get focused on one thing, punching. But Michiel is actually concentrating on every aspect. He's not just focusing punch, punch, punch. He's actually using his hips correctly, moving to a better position. Not being one-dimensional as everyone thought he was.
In fact, Paul looking like the less experienced of the fighters, despite that massive amount of skill on the ground.
According to Mount now, this is not a good place for Michiel with Paul's experience.
He is a very, very good wrestler. He has the power, he has the skill, and again, Michiel,
Paul going for
so much heart.
Maybe. No, climbing a guard nicely, might get an armbar, yeah. Or a triangle, he's setting up. Oh, Michiel landing some punches.
Yep, and that's been his bread and butter in this bout. He might not have that end game on the ground, but he's certainly got enough tools to utilize.
Paul definitely knows he's been in a fight, going maybe for a your ankle. Oh, he's got the triangle now. It looks like not 100% locked in, but if he gets, oh, now it's going to be tight.
Oh, we can see the blood pooling in Michiel's head.
Just has to push that shoulder, that elbow right across Michiel's throat. Paul's going to pull his head down maybe now.
Oh, and that eye is bloodied up.
Michiel is doing the right thing, trying to stop the arm from getting pulled across his throat. It's a blood choke. Once the arm goes across.
From that position, Paul able to actually work a bit of that shoulder into that punch. A nice little...
You can see Paul trying to pull that elbow across. He's going tight, so this is very tight now. Michiel is in a world of trouble here.
A battle of attrition, but I think that's finally turned.
Michiel doing awesome, very well, very well.
Well, if Paul Cunningham thought he was going to get an easy ride on the ground, congratulations, Michiel Opperman, on the amount of progress you've made since your last bout. But a great performance in the end from Paul Cunningham. Experience, skill, a lot of power coming into play. Jiu-Jitsu at its best. So a great show of Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu. Paul Cunningham takes this professional bout. Oh, and he's got the scars to show for it.